So, your template's going to take you a bit of time to really get that perfect. And some of you guys might even dare to do a couple different variations, right? So, um, all this will take some time. Now, one thing that's happening here in this particular area is when I'm adding the different, it got bigger than 100% basically. So I'd have to go back in and do some taking care of that, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Basically, I just made, when I added the padding, it's adding some extra stuff and it's pushing itself out. So if we go look at the special box for it, where is it? Tagline, nav. Okay, so all I did was I just messed up again. It's just math and I always forget it. So this has to be 96 because remember I started with 100, but then I added 2 and 2%, so really I'm at 96. So let's just take care of that real quick. All right, there we go. Okay, so now let's move on to the last bit. Let's pretend that your page is set up, everything looks good, you're happy with all of your divs, they work. When you add the media query, you've checked it in the browsers, they move accordingly in a way that makes sense. So then you're ready, your template's done. At this point, then you would have to decide what to do with well, how do you go about making your other pages, right? You're not going to go through all the hassle that you just did here and come up with, a bunch of new ones. You want to build off of what you already made. So simply go to Files, and you can simply click on this item, go up to the top menu item, and unfortunately, I'm sorry you can't see that, but you're going to go to File. Sorry, my bad. Edit. It's the second one down. And let me pull this in just so you can see it. So you come up here, go to Edit, and then you can see Duplicate. You can also see that the hotkey is Command D, so that's usually what I use. And then you're making a copy. So remember that I made one of them called About. So I just need to call that About, right? That's it. Now obviously it's not going to be About yet. Whoops, didn't like that. I already have a test one with that name. So the next one was Paintings. Okay, so I'll call it that. That's fine. And you just simply duplicate, you keep duplicating until you've got the pages you want. Now I'm going to double click on Paintings and bring it up, and just so that I can spot that I'm in the right one, I'm going to change that to Paintings. Well, it looks like I forgot a space here. I thought I did that right, but maybe I didn't. But anyway, make sure that all of your stuff works before you would do that. I think I just took away something I wasn't supposed to, is all that happened. So ahref, class padding. Yeah, I simply took something off of Paintings that I wasn't supposed to. Okay. So on this one, I just forgot the padding. Pardon me while I fix that. It's going to bother me. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now there's some spacing. So, basically now I'm just going to go to my online version and, well, it's not really online, but my browser version, and see if I can get it to come up. Sometimes, again, it'll have some trouble. If it looks like it's going to have trouble, then you can try opening it up freshly from this. It won't do it for me because I think it's about to crash on me. So you can open it up from your browser and do it that way. All right, so I finally got it to open in my browser window, and you can see now that Paintings, again, this looks so bad, but anyway, Paintings has been visited. I'm on that page now, and so that is why it's turned blue. If that bothers you about your menu, you'd have to change that in your visited links, that it changes color like that on you. And that's it. you were now moving from the about page, ooh, that's an old about page, over to the paintings page. So that's pretty great. That's all you have to do. You just have to make sure that each of your links that you create, again, has a coinciding actual page. And that's it. For the rest of it, you switch out your images, you know, change the name, the contact, or, you know, whatever kind of content you have. And that's really it. Then you go through, and you can do this before you do this, by the way. You could go through, change all the colors to what you want them to actually be, take off all the ugly colors that you did just to make sure you could see where the stuff is, and then make your templates after, or excuse me, build off of your templates off of that. But really, if you've done the CSS work correctly, you can simply change it in the CSS and it'll update on every single page. So that essentially is it in a nutshell.